I think the travel was pretty good. I had to pick up Guy at the airport in Montreal because he lives in like far north, so he has to take like a boat to my house.
Kenny screwed me. He gave me the middle seat on my first flight.
The two people next to me never been on a flight before either. It was just all three of us in the aisle, just had no idea what's going on the whole time.
Like, I actually like the takeoff and the landing. It like feels like a roller coaster basically, and like that was pretty sick.
I liked the takeoff, and then like even going down was like, all right. Everybody's just sitting on their phones, and you know the first thing they say is don't be on your phone at the start. Everybody's just on their phone still.
Netflix allows you to download movies, so I was like, let me just download a bunch.
It's kind of like a blast, and then I hit the 2-hour mark. I'm like, this is so boring.
I watched 2 movies, and I looked at my little screen, looked at the flight tracker. It said 2 hours and 30 minutes left, and I was like, oh my God.
I don't like LA that much. I've lived here for like 3 years already of my life.
I'm not gonna lie, like everything is so new to me or anything. I've never done Uber, DoorDash, or anything like that.
The part I hate the most is when, like, all right, I'm flying, and now I gotta get off the plane and drive for like 2 hours.
Walking in, the mural on the wall was definitely probably one of my favorite things.
I didn't even notice like some of the stuff like the art the first time I was here just because there was so much other stuff going on.
I was definitely excited to see the HQ because I heard a lot about it by our manager, Andrew.
I missed the old office. That's the first thing I thought.
I think the older building like showed like a different perspective because like we each like had like our own rooms for those it looked like, and then now it's like I like this space a lot because it's more like, you know, open and you can see everybody working and stuff like that.
I was there for a good few months, so I was comfortable with it.
The H2 is like super nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
Because we had like a sick water machine. I don't know.
Honestly, like everything around is so different from what I'm used to.
It's not that I don't like it. I just like the old one more. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. I'm indifferent. Got you. I'm indifferent about a lot of things, so.
There's a lot of thought, and I think that goes well with Gen G, that people genuinely care, and you can feel it at every part of the organization as you do stuff. So I definitely am a fan of headquarters, and it's been nice to meet everybody.
I was definitely like a little nervous because like, it's just meeting new people. Obviously we've been playing like teammates, but seeing everyone online or like in real life is really sick.
I think most of them are like, they're underage, so we can't go like get drinks or whatever. We gotta go to like Disneyland or something. I mean, I'm down to go to Disneyland.
It's always funny when you meet people because you have these ideas, even if you see them, of like what they're gonna be like in person. Obviously, I'm very photogenic.
Matt is the same person in real life as is online. He's like an angel, honestly. Like
we picked up Nate, like I don't know, like 2 weeks ago or something. So it was like just like we didn't know him at all, like not even online or anything. So it was definitely like easier to get to know him like in person. So I think that was good for the team and just speeding up the process. And I think it definitely helped.
I think everyone's like really funny, really easy to like talk with and stuff. So like no one's like nervous coming out of here. They all just bond pretty well.
And I think especially because of COVID, I feel like it adds on to a lot because we didn't get to see many people in the past year. So just getting to see who you work with every day for like the past couple of months has definitely been fun. And we get to joke around more and I don't know, like see more of them like in the day-to-day life. And it's been fun.
It's just fun getting to meet people, the different personalities and stuff on the team. We're starting to mesh pretty well. Kenny's kind of like the old grandpa, the angry one, but I get along with Kenny well.
I always try to make it kind of awkward. I think it's fun. I also think it's fun to annoy people sometimes, but that's probably not good for a first impression.
I think all of them were like much different, like in person. Like Sean, Kenny, and Mike all like just talk to you more, like, and sounded more interesting than where you're checked out at home and don't really want to say much. Especially Kenny, definitely surprised me. Like everybody's like he's like the grumpy man and stuff like that, but no, like he's super interesting.
Yeah, I try to hide it, like, so I can say something seriously towards you, where I'm just like talking shit, but I mean it. But other times I don't mean it, and you'll never know, right? So it's fun for me.
It feels a lot easier to communicate, and like I feel like sometimes the way I talk, like I'm a little like relaxed and like cool.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but they're on low money, so we can
The way I talk isn't the way that I want like people to understand me, but like in person, it's obviously completely different.
Yeah, we practice every day together, and we didn't get to see each other in like over 2 years, so I think it was due for it, definitely. It's just like more jokes and more possibilities when we're in real life, so I think it's fun. It's definitely fun to get to meet Guy.
Yeah.
He's definitely a lot more cringy in real life, though.
Yes, sir. Of course.
And then I said, how are you straight from going downstairs 2 times? And then
Not 2 times. First of all, let's get this shit straight.
We have to keep the young guys in line sometimes, and it's a chore between the 2 French Canadians, straight up, that they are always just goofing with each other, threatening to fight each other.
I'm younger, but I definitely feel like a big bro to him, right? And stuff. So it's always, except when we're traveling, because he's carrying and I'm just behind him. But.
Obviously, the attraction between Guy and Mike is very strong. You know, both good-looking guys. We have to keep them off each other half the time.
I'm a bit more on the reserved side, and he's like very extroverted, so I think it just fits well.
Why do I feel like we're talking about like a couple? Like we're a couple and we're like,
just arrived at the airport, about to pick up GMD, so I can get him back home with me. Here he is.
Oh shit, give me the big gun.
I feel like Mike really is the glue of our team a lot of the time. That, you know, his attitude is just so good. Mike's there to keep everyone kind of grounded, and like I love both of them, honestly.
All I really know about anyone on my team is like what agents they play. But it is kind of hard because we only ever talk about the game. Even like on break yesterday, we were just like standing outside. It's like, maybe we could use this time to take a break because we're on break.
At the beginning, it was really funny compared to Kenny now, where he's kind of warmed up to people and opened up a little bit. But it is pretty comical sometimes where Kenny he's so quick with his humor and stuff that people don't catch it a lot of the time. Or just, you know, his giggle's kind of infectious as well when we do get to see it. But yeah, I mean, Kenny's definitely like the most calm out of all of us.
What the fuck is going on? I'm gonna peek and bait for you, Sean. I'm walking out before he can molly me. Never mind. When I first started playing, I wasn't able to like think critically about the game in the way that I am now. So it's just also fun to like exercise that. And I like seeing, you know, like younger players being able to do that because I wasn't able to. So I think it's good to encourage that as well.
Honestly, I think Kenny is like super different in person, like versus online. I think like Kenny kind of seems like the quiet person online. Like he definitely, like he'll be there, like he'll call what he like, but like maybe not talking as much. But like in person, he's like super vocal, super chill.
You know, playing video games has definitely taught me how to be able to be vocal or like present my thoughts. And yeah, I'm just grateful that I'm able to like learn about life from my job, you know? So I really like that aspect of competing. Yes, I'm hiding. I'm in hell. I'm hiding.
You're in that left side tight.
I'm ready C, I'm second C.
Down.
Flashing can. Ready
John. Nice, one gen. Nice! Our team's nuts, that's all that matters, Guy.
Everyone has different biomechanics. So let's say like someone has a longer forearm than me or whatever, they're able to get more distance when they swipe like from the elbow, right? You might find that you like to sit a different way than someone who has a shorter forearm and maybe has to use like a higher sensitivity because they can't turn as much as you. I think it's just mostly a comfort thing.
I don't play with like a left arm at home. Like my chair, I can like lift up the arm, and so I like scoot in at like an angle because I play like my wrist is basically not at the edge, but like a little bit above the edge, and I like move my mouse very little. So I like scoot into the left, but these chairs I can't move up the left arm. And originally we were gonna like unscrew it so I could do the same thing, but Kenny said how like if I'm at a LAN or like an event or something like that, I can't do that. I can't be like, yeah, can I get a screwdriver to undo this real quick? So it honestly feels like comfortable. Like I might switch that way because I actually feel more consistent playing like it. It feels easier to control and stuff. So it actually has benefited me, if anything.
Like for me, as I got older, my sensitivity kept getting lower and lower. So, and I think it's because like my arm kept growing, so I could do this, right, and like look behind me. But if I was younger and my forearm was like this long, then I can't do that. Right. That's how it is for me, at least.
No, two speed lane, one scrum. Don't put that. I'll be. At 84, 40. Oh, I should have kept holding it. Just let you switch solo. More than what his job requires. Okay. Yeah, 35.
We've been kind of having a rough time for the past week or so, maybe 2 weeks. So we're just trying to get back to where we can be. And I think that people call it like honeymooning or whatever. So I think that's probably played a part of it.
It's been interesting. We've played a lot of teams, and teams are in the same spot that we are, that it's like everybody is just experimenting and playing with different things. It's crazy. We'll play well on a map for a while, and then we play a team that is just doing something completely different than what we're used to. And vice versa, there's a lot of teams that are playing us on maps that like we're being, straight degenerates on maps at times. So it's hard to play against and adapt.
I think we've been doing a lot of mistakes, but we still come out with decent results in scrims. So I think it's comforting to think that if we clear out those dumb mistakes, we should be doing really good. Yeah. So I think it's definitely encouraging, but at the same time, we shouldn't be doing those mistakes. So that's obviously a big tilting factor.
We used to just get like obliterated in scrims like back to back to back. Like, it would be like 16-8, 16-8, like a 14-10 maybe, like us losing in these cases. So I should say like 10-14 basically.
It's definitely hard for us because we've never been a good scrim team for the most part. We definitely show up in matches much more. And the fact that our scrims have been going as well as they are, even right now I feel like we're slumping and we're still doing, much, much better than what we were before. So I'm going to use the phrase cautiously optimistic again.
Now it's always like, if we lose, it's like a 10-14 and an 11-13, which like, if you go back and watch, you can learn a lot because those are like, if it were a match, it's like that 1 or 2 round, the little mistakes are what cause you to end up losing because the game is so close.
I almost want to tell this guy deep breath because he's getting a little tilted.
So what's solo 1B, it seems like?
There's going to be a lot more improvement, and that's why I was super excited to do this stuff. Like even from yesterday to today, like yesterday was rough, I would say, but it wasn't like demoralizing or anything. And then we came in today and like showed like definite improvement on certain maps and stuff like that. And that's like the more important part. I feel like we are going to get a lot more out of this than if we did just another 10 days at home where we'd scrim 8 and have 2 days off.
We're here to practice. If we keep playing the same teams, or not even the same teams, the same maps over and over, and yeah, we're good, but then it comes to match time, we've been here for 10 days for no reason.
Yeah.
We just to feel better about ourselves, I guess, but
it's definitely been very productive here.
No, effective and productive for sure.
If we can convert the same level from before in scrims to matches to now in scrims and matches, I think we're going to have a very good chance to be, a solid team moving forward. And we have to get better in order to compete with some of the new teams coming up and the roster changes people have made.
We're just trying to implement more structure so that, when like things aren't hitting how we want them to, in terms of like communication or whatever, then we have something to fall back on. And I think that's going to help us a lot.
You're going to have rough days, but those rough days are needed. So I was not surprised to have a few losses first day or anything like that.
I guess it's the fact that we're like forced to like sit next to each other and talk to each other, but like it's just easier to like actually like create friendships and stuff, which is something like in the past I think we definitely like struggled with. I definitely think it'll be an improvement for when we go back online.
It's a step in the right direction. We just have to keep working towards that, and hopefully hopefully it starts to click and it all comes together the way we want it to. And we start to show what we can do in scrims at times all the time, that consistency's there, and we can punish teams the way that we do in scrims.
Two more cat, two more cat, two more cat. Nice, one more. Nice, nice. That stagger's dead. Two Sabrosa still. Evan, nice. 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 Let's go. Nice. Good job, guys. Good job.
I think finding that balance for a lot of these guys is kind of hard. Like they just want to play all day or whatever, and it's not always the best. So I don't know. It's different for everyone.
Because after practice, usually I go like, I mean, I don't know, I don't want to like talk about the game that much and stuff, but we're here for that, you know, for 10 days. It's going to be intense, and I look forward to it, but I just feel like it's more productive and effective in person.
In terms of in-game, I don't know, I think just the biggest thing that helped me become a better player was just life experience.
Like anywhere else I'll have to go, I need to do stuff other than just the game, and I've realized that. So it's been really interesting. There's cool stuff here so far, but I'm more interested like going in the restaurants, like we're going to go to the K-barbecue, but different cultures is something I'm interested in.
My